Good morning, everyone. It is the Essential Yogini here. This has been very challenging for me, trying to figure out how to record this video for you to see the width of my legs and the length of my spine. I'm going to give you options on yoga seated postures today, from the very simple to the very complex, and one I feel like will certainly work for you. You can always also sit in a straight back chair. That's perfectly acceptable if you sit in a straight back chair to do your meditation or your breathing exercises. Just be sure that your feet touch the floor. But we're going to start today. I've got my notes with me. We're going to start with Sukhasana, happy easy pose. It is so simple. All you do is cross your legs. It doesn't matter which leg is on top. It doesn't matter how far away your feet are. It doesn't matter if your feet have moved forward. Just whatever is comfortable for you. Easy cross-leg pose. Any leg can be on top. From that, you ease your spine back to be sure that it's vertical. You back your head up to be sure that it's right over your shoulders. And you rest your arms in a comfortable position. That's Sukhasana, happy easy pose. I usually start with that one until my body warms up and I move on to other postures. Vajrasana. Vajrasana is slightly different. You sit on your heels. It's a variation of the hero pose. It's also called the rock pose because it is said that this is very good for digestion, and you could actually digest a rock. This is a killer for many body types. If you have shortened quadriceps, if you have difficult knees, or if you don't have good flexion to your ankles, all of that will be a problem. So let me show you some little tricks to make Vajrasana more comfortable for you. If it doesn't work for you to sit in this position because your quadriceps are short, then put something between your buttocks and your heels, and it makes it easier on this angle. Now let's say that's not your problem. Let's say that your ankle doesn't straighten out, it doesn't flex well. So then you simply put a curve or a support under your ankle because it doesn't go straight, it curves, and then you sit in Vajrasana. What happens in Vajrasana most of the time is that people will kind of arc. So with Vajrasana, you want to kind of shorten the lower abs, elongate the lower back, and then lengthen to a nice straight back position. All right, that's another fairly common one, Siddhasana. This one is unique because it is said to increase sexual energy. So I guess I better be careful. However, this is the way you do it. You take your left leg, always your left leg. You put it on the pubic mound. If it's comfortable for you, you can even sit on the heel, and I guess that's the stimulation of the sexual organs. I've never liked that. I like to just have my heel in front of my pubic mound, and then I take my right leg and I tuck my toes in. So let me do that. So now both of my heels are pretty much aligned. This is my left heel, this is my right heel. They're pretty much aligned, and then I usually shift forward and shift back to get the weight even on both of my buttocks. Now you're going to notice that this knee is higher than that knee. Of course it is. This is the top leg. If I were really super limber, this might ease on down. If I wanted to train it to do so, I would take a sandbag and put the sandbag there, and it would be very gently just using gravity and a little bit of weight to lengthen that muscle for me. Now, the unique thing about this one, Siddhasana, is that it's always the left leg on the bottom. All right, half lotus. Everybody thinks about lotus pose. Lotus is not for bad knees. Lotus is not for tight hips. You may not be able to practice lotus pose. Half lotus is what everyone experiences before they get into full lotus. You can use either leg on top, it does not matter. What you do is you take the leg you're going to put on top, and rather than pulling your foot or twisting your ankle, what I do is I take my upper thigh, I rotate it out, and when I rotate my upper thigh out, that makes this come up. Then I just pull it back and place it on top of this leg. You take the top of your foot and your shin right here, turn them under. You want to be very respectful of the ankle. So tuck it under and get the ankle on top of the thigh. This is bad news. Can you see the trauma, the stretch, the unpleasantness to my ankle from just having my toes on top of my thigh? So I want to have my ankle on top of my thigh. Now when you're practicing to ease yourself into lotus position, you take your sandbag, you put it on that knee, you sit up straight, you breathe. When you become uncomfortable, 1-2 minutes, your body will let you know it's had it. You take the other side, same thing. Don't pull from the foot or the ankle. Take your thigh, rotate it out. That makes the knee go down. That makes this come up. Gently pull it in. Hold on like this to support your ankle. Get the sole of the foot turned up to the ceiling. Put your sandbag on. Watch your spinal posture. Relax, breathe, lengthen through the spine. Tuck the chin. Then eventually what will happen, it took me about, I think, 2 years to get into lotus pose. Let me start with my easier side. You're always going to have a complicated side and then a side that's a little easier. Okay, so I get that one there. And I bring this one up here. And if you'll notice, can you see? Boop. Both of my feet are up high on my leg so that my ankle is not compromised. Now still, this knee is higher because this is the top leg. That's normal. But if you want to practice just being a little more yogi-fied, then use your sandbags. So, full lotus, tremendous stability in this posture. I'm extremely grounded. It would be hard really to, I guess if I really worked on it, maybe I could roll forward or backward, but very stable. My lower back feels quite powerful and my spine is very comfortable. And until my knees or something started bothering me, usually a foot goes to sleep. That's usually what happens. All right, folks, the Essential Yogini I've been wanting, let me do the other side for you. I've been wanting for so long to teach y'all how to do this, and just had to wait for kind of a good day, good sunlight, all of that. Now this foot could be higher. This is not my best side, but I will put the sandbag right there. So happy meditation. Catch you next time. The Essential Yogini. Bye.